Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. My name is Sarah, and in today's video we're going to be going over how to add markups and hyperlinks to your plans and specs within your RedTeam Flex database. Hopefully you've already seen our videos on how to upload and commit your plans and specifications within your RedTeam Flex projects, but if not, you'll definitely want to take a look at that video to make sure you're comfortable uploading your plans and specs into a project. For this video, we're going to start with some plans and specs that have already been added. So you can see I'm here within my Hennepin Avenue Ice Cream Parlor project. I've navigated to the Scope tab and I'm on my plans and specifications page. Now for any of my plans and specs, I can go ahead and click on the name and number right here at any point in time to open up that file. And once the file opens up, we're going to have several different options. So first, we're going to zoom out a little bit so that we can see what's going on in this drawing. But you can see over here, we've got the ability to mark up and attach. We've got a markups and hyperlinks button, and we've got a comparison button. So we're going to talk about all three of those options today. The first being markup and attach. This allows me to go ahead and make what I like to think of as temporary markups or communication-based markups to my drawings. I can make a markup and then attach it to any of my document templates from the dialog tab, such as an RFI, and go ahead and send out that marked up copy of this drawing. And the recipients of that RFI or that document template are going to be the only people who view those markups, meaning I will only see those markups in the context of the RFI. The main copy of this drawing will remain as it is here without those markups. So let's look at the markup and attach feature. It's going to open up a page here that allows me to access markup capabilities. So right here, I can go ahead and draw. I can highlight text or erase. And once I choose an option, I have the ability to choose color and fill here, transparency, the width of my line, as well as a variety of different effects there for my drawing tool. I can make any markup that I'd like, so we'll go ahead and circle something that we want to pay attention to. We've got an option over here to add images, stamps, or links. So if we go ahead and add an image, we can upload an image file. If we add a stamp, you'll see here you've got a library of available stamps, and you can also go ahead and choose custom stamps. If we choose a stamp, we can then size that stamp and place it anywhere that we'd like on the drawing. We also have this hyperlink option here, which is going to allow me to highlight an area that I want to become a hyperlink, and then I can click on it in order to either link to a website URL or another page within this file. So if this document is a multi-page document, a single file with multiple pages, I can go ahead and indicate what page I'd like this hyperlink to navigate to. This can be especially useful if you have something like a spec book and you want to go ahead and hyperlink items in the table of contents or jump down to another page within the same document. We'll be talking about hyperlinks between documents in our next markup feature. So we'll go ahead and leave that hyperlink, right? We can put in whatever URL we'd like, and that will save automatically. We can add notes here to this drawing. We can add text boxes, and we can choose various types of lines to create. So if we want to make a cloud or a polygon, we can do so. And then I can simply click to make that cloud wherever I want it to be, and we can change the color as well if we need to. Over here, notice you do have a print option, and you've got some document editing capability. So within the document editor, you're going to be able to do things like rotate your file or document crop. We can go ahead and crop down this file if we want to save it as a cropped version. Notice you've also got a download button over here if you'd like to go ahead and export that file. And once you're done making all of these markups, you go ahead and attach. That's going to allow you to save these markups as an attachment to a particular document template. And that could be, like we said, an RFI, it could be letterhead, it could be any of your other document templates, transmittal letters, 48-hour notice, whatever you choose to use. These are the same options you see available in your dialog tab on the correspondence page. We'll choose an RFI here and hit continue. you're going to see that's going to navigate us to the dialog tab, where it's going to pull up the RFI creation page. And this particular markup will be in the attachments section already. Now, we're not going to fill in an RFI in this video. Again, we have a separate video showing you how to fill in and send out RFIs, but that's how your markup and attach feature works. Now, if we go back to our plans and specs page, we want to look at the red line markup and hyperlinking capability. So if we come back into that same drawing that we were looking at earlier, you'll notice that none of the markups I made using that markup and attach tool are here, right? They're not a permanent part of this drawing. Instead, I'll only be able to view them as the attachment to that RFI we created. The other option we have here is markups and hyperlinks. We also think of this markup button as a red line markup. So over here, if I'm making a markup, it is a new permanent addition to that drawing. We've also got a new hyperlink feature, which is allowing you to hyperlink between documents to various plan and specification files throughout your project. So if we click on this one, you're going to see the same markup capabilities that we saw with the markup and attach, except that as I make these markups, I then hit the publish button, and those become new permanent parts of this drawing or this plan or specification page. So that once they're saved, everyone who views this file in the online plan room, in the mobile app, or here in the web version, they're going to see those markups every time they open the file. Now we also want to talk about our drawing hyperlink feature. If we click on drawing links here, you'll see that this page doesn't actually have any, but this is a new automated feature that's going to scan your documents as you upload them. So as you upload a plan or specification page, if we see a document number or a sheet number anywhere on this page, we're going to go ahead and automatically link to that file within your plans and specs, which is going to save you a lot of time in navigating. So if I see that this is page A03 Charlie, and I see a mention on this page somewhere of A03 Delta, it's going to go ahead and hyperlink automatically. So you'll see your links over here on the right-hand side, and you can edit or remove any of those automated links that we put in. But you can also come in after the fact, after the file has been uploaded, and add a new link. And all we have to do is go ahead and click right here to indicate where we want that link to be, right? So I go ahead and highlight, and I can choose the color of that hyperlink. And we can select from any of our uploaded plans and specs for this project. So I can go ahead and scroll through, or I can search, type in a drawing name or number. And once you set the hyperlink and save, you're now going to have a very visible hyperlink based on the color you chose, where folks can go ahead and click to navigate straight to that page. And you can see here, I now see a manual link. It'll be listed whether it's manual or automated. If it's automatic, again, it shows up during the upload process, and it will already be here the first time you come in to edit. You can hit the pencil to edit where that navigates to and the color. You can also hit the trash can to go ahead and remove a link at any time you'd like. And again, this is allowing you to link between your plans and specs, not just between pages in the same file, the way that markup and attach hyperlink allowed. Notice we've also got our print and download buttons here if we need them. But once we go ahead and add our links and then publish, these become a new permanent part of that drawing. So it's superseding the prior copy. And we can now come right back in and test out that hyperlink. Now I can see that hyperlink is right here, and notice as I hover, my mouse turns into a little hand that allows me to click. And that's going to open A03 Bravo. So we went straight to the other page, just as we intended with that hyperlink. The last feature you're going to see here is a compare feature, and in fact we're going to grab a file that has several versions. So if we come here to A03G, we can open up our overlay comparison, and it's going to allow us to view separate versions of this drawing. So we can go ahead and click between versions, and we can go ahead and switch between sheets if we want to see other sheets as well. You're going to be able to see the date on that version, and you can compare between various sheets and various versions. We can turn that back off by clicking again, and then go ahead and back out. So now you've had a look at all of the markup and hyperlink features within your plans and specifications in your RedTeam Flex projects. You'll also have similar markup features in your RFI attachments as well as your submittals, but those are of course going to be separate videos as well. So for now, that's all we have. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for choosing RedTeam Flex.